Warning, this video contains some bad language, but you can still watch it. Just make sure no kid is watching it next to you. I thought I already covered all the Moroccan hand gestures in part 1 and 2, but it looks like I'm wrong. Some Moroccans who watched my hand gesture videos sent me some more hand gestures that I haven't thought about. Even some of you guys in the comments were asking me about some hand gestures that you have seen Moroccans do, like putting one's hand over the chest. I hope this is the last part of the hand gesture, and by the way, the last hand gesture that I will show you might be mind-boggling to some of you. With that being said, here's number 1. Fuck you hand gesture. This hand gesture that you're looking at is the Moroccan version of the American fuck you hand gesture, except that the Moroccan one is done by pointing your middle finger straight up in the sky while holding your palms open. There's another version that some Moroccans do which is much ruder and harsher than the previous one, which is pointing the middle finger straight up to the person that they're mad at and holding their palms vertically. Number 2. Rolling the eyes. This one is pretty universal nowadays. Lots of people do the eye roll thing, especially Moroccan women. When a Moroccan woman rolls her eyes like that, it usually means she doesn't believe what you're saying or thinks you're making it sound way bigger than it is. So when a Moroccan lady does this eye roll thing to you, she's not taking you seriously. Number 3. Putting one's hand over the heart or chest. This is especially used when saying hi to somebody from a far distance where the two people can't hug or shake hands with one another. And placing your hand on your chest is a gesture that goes beyond just respecting the Moroccan culture. It's a way of expressing deep admiration and a sense of endearment. It's like saying, I not only respect you, but I also hold you very close to my heart. So when somebody does this hand gesture to you, that means they're not only respect you, but they also have a deep admiration and love for you. Number 4. Road hand gestures. Many folks worldwide use GPS apps like Google Maps in Waze when traveling across the country, which are awesome apps for checking traffic police stops or accidents up ahead. But in Morocco, drivers have their own hand signals to know if there is a traffic cop up ahead. And to find out, you toggle your car lights between high and low beams and give a hand wave like this. If the other oncoming driver responds with one finger on the steering wheel, that means that there is one traffic cop stop up ahead. If he or she responds with 2 fingers, that means there are 2 traffic stops up ahead. If they responded with the same hand wave you did, that means that there's no traffic cop stop up ahead. This signaling trick is popular among big taxis, long distance travelers, and truck drivers going from one city to another. Sometimes Moroccan drivers might warn you about the traffic police stops that are up ahead without you signaling to them. They'll signal you just because they probably got pulled over for speeding and don't want others to get fined too. So if you enjoy driving fast between major cities, I suggest taking the highway as there are no police stops whatsoever. But if your destination is a small city and you're using the national road, I advise you to stay under 100 kilometers per hour, which is around 60 miles per hour. Number 5. The how are you hand gesture. This hand gesture is accompanied by the question how are you, which is in Darija is kidair or kidaira, and it's formed by making your hand look like a teardrop and moving it in a circular motion. Moroccan people do this when they want to know how someone's feeling, especially from afar away, as it becomes very handy when there's some space between you and the other person. So instead of shouting and talking, you just, give this visual signal to ask how are they doing. And it's really a cool way to check on someone without saying a word. So the next time you see someone doing this hand movement to you, that means they are checking in on you. You could either respond with okay, which is giving a thumbs up, or giving a thumbs down when you're not okay. Number 6. They have patience hand gesture. This hand gesture is pretty similar to the previous one we talked about before, except this time that the hand that's shaped like a water drop is moved up and down instead of moving in a circular motion. As the name says, this hand gesture is used when telling someone to be patient. So when a Moroccan person does this hand movement to you, that means they're telling you to wait or take it easy. Number 7. It's been a long time hand gesture. Just like the name says, this hand gesture where you put your hand on your back like you're telling someone to back off with the car is used by Moroccan people to show that a lot of time has gone by or they haven't seen a friend in a while. Imagine 2 Moroccan friends who haven't seen each other for a long time. When they finally meet, one friend uses this hand signal and says, hey, it's been a really long time since we hang out. So the next time a Moroccan person does this hand gesture to you, it means lots of time has passed since the event has happened. Number 8. the give me hand gesture. The give me hand gesture is like saying, I want that. It's formed by turning your hand with your palm up like you're holding an invisible plate and wiggling your fingers towards your palm. This hand movement is pretty universal and it's a common way of telling someone you want them to give you something, like passing on an object or sharing a snack. So the next time a Moroccan person does this hand gesture to you, it means that they want something from you. Number 9. The mark my word hand gesture. This Moroccan hand gesture is done by licking your pinky or little finger and marking it on the wall or something flat near you. Looks disgusting, but guess what? This hand gesture is not a nice one. It's a bit mean. When someone does this hand signal, it's like saying, oh, you're in a deep trouble. It's a way of telling someone that you're not happy and you want to get them back for something. So it's kind of like promise to take revenge. It's like saying, hey, you better be careful because I'm gonna come and hunt you down and get my revenge. But, you know, it's important to be kind and not use this hand gesture to scare your Moroccan friends. Number 10. The whipping hand gesture. This hand gesture has a similar meaning to the previous one, except this one is done by making your hand look like a stick and wiggling it up and down when you tell someone that you're gonna beat them up when you catch them. But here's the twist. It's not just anyone doing it. It's mostly moms with their naughty kids. Also, it's not going to be a playful whipping when a Moroccan person does this hand movement to you. So you better watch out because once he or she catches you, they'll beat you hard. Number 11. The warning hand gesture. This is another hand gesture that is similar to the previous one we saw in part 1, except that this one is used mostly by Moroccan women with their naughty kids. Now it's done by making a zero shape with the index and thumb finger pointed upwards while wiggling it up and down, and it's usually used with a verbal warning that goes, if you don't stop doing such and such, you'll be in a trouble. So it's a way of telling someone that they will be punished if they continue doing something. So if someone does this hand gesture to you, it means they're warning you to stop doing something, otherwise you'll face some serious consequences. Number 12. The revenge hand gesture. This is another hand gesture that's used by Moroccan women, and it's done by putting a fist-shaped hand on an open palm while moving the fist in a circular motion. This hand gesture is used after someone got the revenge, and it's their way of telling you that they are satisfied with their revenge. So when someone does this hand gesture to you, that means that they are satisfied with what they have done to you. Number 13. The what hand gesture. This hand gesture is accompanied by the Moroccan Arabic question shno, which means what, and this hand gesture is formed by simply flipping the palm upwards facing the sky like what you see right now. Like the how are you hand gesture, this hand movement is also used at a distant or in a noisy environment where verbal communication might be challenging. So the next time a Moroccan person does this hand gesture to you, it means they're asking you what's going on. Number 14. The yummy hand gesture. As the name says, this hand gesture is used to describe how delicious or yummy the food is. To make this hand gesture, you make your hand look like a water drop shape and then give the tips of your finger a little kiss, then you open your hand like the way you see right now. So when you're invited to a Moroccan lunch or dinner and you find the food tasty, you could let the host know that by doing this hand movement. And by doing this hand movement, you're basically saying, this is so yummy. Number 15. Two men holding hands together. Now in Morocco, it's totally normal for guy friends to hold hands or girlfriends to do the same. It doesn't mean anything romantic, it just means that they're good buddies. It's more common for children and seniors to hold hands like that than for adults in younger generation. The adults tend to link arms a lot, especially when taking pics together. I remember when I was little, I used to hold hands with my male classmates when waiting for the class in school. That was a wonderful time, by the way. Holding hands with the same sex is not just common thing in Morocco, by the way. It's also in places like India, the Philippines, Pakistan, and even in the Middle East where they greet each other with the nose. But hey, you can't make out in public. People don't like it when you show too much love in public. But still, it's okay to hold hands, give a quick hug, and even sneak a little kiss on the cheek. In fact, one of the Moroccan forms of greeting is to kiss the cheeks 3 or 4 times, depending on how much the person misses the other. The upcoming video lesson will cover essential phrases related to to illness that you should be familiar with when you're in a Moroccan hospital. And speaking of hospitals, it's disheartening to note that numerous hospitals in Gaza have been targeted and damaged by recent Israeli rocket attacks. Sadly, thousands of innocent lives, including many children, have been lost as a result. The situation in Gaza is getting worse, with more hospitals facing shortage of doctors and essential medical supplies, which makes it very difficult for those who are wounded, and especially pregnant women and newborns. So I urge you to consider making a donation. No matter how small, it can make a significant impact by saving children's lives and aiding the care of newborn in this very critical time. You'll find the link for the Palestinian Red Cross for donation down in the description or in the comment section. If you can't make a donation to the Palestinian Red Cross Society but still want to support, you can still choose not to buy products from specific companies that are backing the Israeli army that are harming innocent people. These companies will be highlighted in the upcoming video. This way, you'll contribute by avoiding purchases that might indirectly support actions you disagree with, thereby expressing your solidarity with those affected in Gaza. Thanks for watching.
قاطع عشان غزة 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 قاطع عشان غزة